How may I serve?
Echo. Turn on puppy light.
Okay.
Let's get this over with! Right! Wah! Do your best! Die!
be children are starving. Please.
Who will help an old beggar?
Afternoon, ma'am. What do you... The smith is near the harbor. The general trader is to the east by the river. The mage's shop is between the castle bridge and the harbor bridge. Good day.
The Archer's Paradox. Because a perfect arrow flies forever, and that's impossible. I'm Danelan, and I have no perfect arrows. Not smart to catch. Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in? You drive up. You're a fine negotiator. A fine bargain for you. An excellent bargain. A fine transaction. I appreciate your... Take care. Hello. Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Zedillion. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Caliban Nerendil. A wonder of engineering, is it not? Zedillion is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Zedillion became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the Resonator inert and Zedillion completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Zedillion back into operation.
Now, how do I get out of it?
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you. Zedillion would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the Resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
What should I do?
The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheogorath gave you the Manual of Zedillion. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions.
Chamber?
I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Zedillion.
Chamber?
This first chamber is the Chamber of the Gnarl. At the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly gnarl that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite. As the adventurers make their way through Zedillion's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies?
How do I...
Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious.
How do I know when I'm done?
You'll know you're done when they lie dead on the ground or they are out of their minds. Of course, any of their possessions you wish to keep are yours for the taking. I'll make sure you get them when you're done.
How do I handle the cleanup?
Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident.
And the choice of them.
Each chamber presents two options. When you put one is physically harmful, usually lethal traps or creatures, something relished by the residents of Dementia. The other choice is more mental. They are designed to make the adventurers lose their grip on reality, much like the residents of Mania. Of course, the introduction of spore gas with the Mania choices helps as well. As you wish.
Instructions.
What else can I answer for you? As the resonator works by drawing adventurers. Sheergorath uses the resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst, to populate the Isles. Quite clever, eh? This first, at the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, the hallucinogenic... Don't worry. So good to be back in business.
Now keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, we might just get out of here alive. What in Oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Wait just a moment. What's that sound?
Prepare yourselves for battle.
What kind of nefarious sorcery is this?
Now it's my turn.
They're getting the best of me.
Damn it! Lewin deserved better than this, and I'm responsible. Someone will pay dearly, I assure you.
There's nothing to be done here. We must press on.
Unleashed the swarm, did we? Nothing like a little bloodlust to start the encounter off right. What can I...
Chamber.
The second chamber of Zedilium is the Chamber of Avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes upon the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one. Always a crowd pleaser. You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Look, I told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Sindelius. Blast! The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close, and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something? Look, keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Sindelius. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it. Yes, I must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Suit yourself.
Too bad none of those keys fit the lock. Too bad none of those keys fit the lock.
Steady, Grimlock, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place...
I see now.
Chamber.
The third chamber of a Zedillion is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents are designed to make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside in this room. If you wish to bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer's dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all. Then, just as suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture. You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
What? How in Oblivion can I be dead? This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself? No chance for battle? Why? Impossible. This is impossible. Grimlock has never lost a fight. Never.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings. I'm afraid you've exhausted Zedillion's resources. This was the final chamber.
Straight. Okay.
Not to worry. We'll have your spoils to you in no time. As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it.
You spoke already?
Oh yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Dramok. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course, just up that hallway. Good luck to you.
Just fine.
I hope you're pleased with your earnings.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
What were those wings?
You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sher Gorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now.
I'm Ingvar the Wanderer, although most people now call me Ingvar Doomsayer. It's true, the world is about to be destroyed. Some people are frightened by this, or they despair, or even try to deny the truth of what I say. But my message is actually one of comfort. The world is ending, and we can't do anything about it. Once you accept that, you'll be at peace, like me. Watch for the elytra stingers. They're poison. For you, of course. Goodbye.
Yes? I hear the heretics in the lands of Mania summon hungers to fight by their sides. See you later.
Ew, you smell worse than that cat, Bisha. Get away from me. He's still around. I've seen him skulking like the filthy cat he is. He's still around. Sickly Bernice is always looking for a miracle cure. This better be good. Now that'll get you something. Now that'll get you something. Yes, he's the one. Isn't he scary? I wish someone would just make him disappear. I bet. Yes. You would do that for me? I would do just about anything for you if you make him go away. Permanently. He's still a... See you.
They call me Cutter. For a truly inspired blade, I can forge madness ore. Here, hold on to this parchment. It lists what I need. What is... Maybe... What shall I... With a gentle moan, this bow will yield to your pull. With a scream of delight, it will launch pain into your enemies. I'm very good at... Weapons and armor here, especially weapons. That's a fair deal. You got a good deal there. A fair bargain. That seems fair. A fair bargain. I can accept. That seems... You got a good deal there. I can accept that. That's a fair deal. If you need weapons and armor here, especially weapons, sharp ones. I'm sure you'll put that to good use. If you... Spirits of ancient souls are trapped in the ore. Find it in old ruins. Also, grummites are especially attracted to it. It's a supple and flexible ore, yet it holds a good edge. I can shape the sharpest of blades from it. I can also create magical items. What do you... Maybe... Tradition dictates before each master smith dies, she hides these magical molds in the world, like pouring salt into a wound. Over time, they soak in magical energies from the world around them, like you suck blood from a cut. Bring me a matrix and enough ore, and I will forge you a new item and bleed the magic of the matrix into it. When your blade bites into your foe and he's... screams in pain. Think of me. You rem... See you. Ah!
Blessings, citizen. How may...
Is everything all right? You look a bit ill.
Well now,
We'll start for the night.
so soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now. And Zedilian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment.
Zedilian function.
Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait! Scratch that! Cheese for no one. That can be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat, but no cheese for you yet. Oh, well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell, the ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me. When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend. Rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead. Try it again. He loves it!
Ah, summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
Good, good. You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jiggalag and stop the Grey March. Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes.
Jiggalag, who's that?
The Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. And not in a good way. Bleak, colorless, dead. Boring! And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him.
Me? How?
Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that, all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do.
What is the Grey
An
March?
event, a movement, an apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era, which is to say, now. The Grey March comes, and Jiggalag walks. Or runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. Mostly he just destroys everything around him. Ask? Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you? I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn.
Learn what?
2 halves, 2 rulers, 2 places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about. The Duke of Mania and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice. It's Jiggalag's time, and not a good time at all. You're going to help me stop it. First, though, you need to get your feet wet. I can't expect it to save the place if you don't even understand it. So speak to my dukes, learn about mania and dementia. Try not to die. Another Daedric prince. Not a nice one. I don't think any of the other princes like him, actually. I mean, Malakath is more popular at parties. And Malakath is not popular at parties. Seen them about, have you? Odd things. They've always been here, but they're not of here, if you take my meaning. You'll see those Knights of Order around them during the Grey March, drawn to them like flies to honey or rotting flesh. Ever wonder why flies like both? Best not to ask.
So?
The Duchess of Dementia. Ever wary, ever worried. A prisoner in her own house, in a way, and a delightful conversationist, really. A bit harder to meet than Théoden. Consider making an appointment.
Sad.
The long-reigning Duke of Mania. A master of merriment, if you will. Or if you won't. I suspect it wouldn't matter to him. Ta! Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
Welcome to the House of Mania. Welcome to the House of Mania. Go.
How can I help you, sir, miss? You all look alike to me. It's so hard to tell. Are you here to see Théoden? I heard that you were coming, looking for Théoden. Yes, heard it all. Bored to tears by it. He's waiting for you, unless he isn't. He wasn't, but then he was. Maybe he still is. The Ballywog is a... What? Thank you. How kind. I heard he's waiting. See you later.
Ah, yes. There you are. You couldn't imagine how long I've been waiting for you. So little to do and so much time. Could you, in fact, imagine just how long I've been waiting? I don't think you could, but I might be wrong. I might also not care. Which is it? Haven't I? Perhaps not. It felt like rather a long time. But then, long times get longer when you're standing around thinking about them. A curious thing, that. Long roads get longer, too, if you're thinking about them. But what about long words? They don't change nearly as much. Long, short, it all ends up the same. Dust and tears. Usually tears first, then the dust. Dust can't cry, you see. That would be, well, amusing. You know what's not amusing? I don't have my chalice of reversal. It makes me sad. When I get sad, I don't care to do much of anything. I certainly don't care to help people who show up on my doorstep wanting something. Are we getting the picture here? Oh, so you've heard of it? You haven't heard of it, yet one of my favorite toys does wonders for creativity. Well, not by itself, but it helps. Those elytra, clever little bugs that they are. Is this making sense? Look, you eat the Feldew, then use the chalice, and find the world a much brighter and happier place. Honest. But I don't have it, so I can't eat Feldew, because that would just be bad. I mean, really bad. Damn her. We hold on to fleeting things, even as we slip. I knew, and yet I indulged myself anyway. I indulged her a fair bit, too. It was passion. It was forbidden. Oh, the things that would be said if word got out. That made it all the more delicious. From Dementia's own court, no less. Scandalous. Fatal, perhaps. But passion makes no accommodation for self-preservation.
Do you know her?
Don't you? If you don't, you might. You wouldn't fall for her, though. Not the type.
What happened?
Opposites repel, strangely enough. All that pleasure and pain locked away now, as if it never happened. Unfortunately, the chalice is locked away as well. I have no wish to retrieve it myself, but fetching it might do you some good. My head is positively throbbing now. Can you see it? I need to lie down. Find someone to tell you the rest of the story. Get the chalice.
Speak, citizen.
You've been Did he mention me? I don't ask too many questions of Thaden. It's precious to him, and that's all that matters. It's his own business. But Didn't he mention where it is? Oh, I see. How brilliant of him. This is for you as much as it is for him. Oh, very good, Thaden. Dunroot Burrow is your goal, my friend. And what a goal it is. You don't understand. This isn't just about the chalice. This is about you. We must discuss Dunroot Burrow. Yes, yes, a most unique place. Of course the chalice would be there. Don't you see? It's the Elytra. They're the reason. The chalice, Feldu, Elytra, it's all connected. One without the others is no good. Poison. Oh, a rough road awaits you.
Okay. I'm not sure about that now. Goodbye. See you guys in a bit.